Are you ready to take your education to the next level? Imagine studying at world-class institutions across the world, expanding your global network and meeting diverse and like-minded individuals, and traveling to different countries while earning your master's degree. With the Erasmus Mundus scholarship, let's turn this dream into a reality. Join me as we navigate the opportunities that await you on this transformative journey. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Erasmus season once again. And for today's video, I'll be answering some of your frequently asked questions, such as first, the what is the Erasmus Mundus scholarship? What program it offers? Second is the when, specifically on the application timeline, such as when the application opens and when it ends, and the how, like how many can get this scholarship, how much this scholarship covers, and most importantly, how to secure the fully funded scholarship. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? So first is, what is the Erasmus Mundus scholarship? I looked it up online and it is considered a prestigious international master's jointly designed and delivered by a group of higher education institutions. This involves at least 3 institutions from at least 3 countries and multiple associated partners from academic and non-academic areas. So this opportunity is not limited to Europe alone, but you have the opportunity to study as well in a non-European university. In my case, my first and third semesters was in Spain, and then my second was in Portugal, and then for my last semester was in Canada. So the opportunities, the chance to study and live in different countries, the opportunity to expand your global network, they are endless. Erasmus is definitely the time of your life. Another question is, what programs are available? Let me check. There is over 100 programs for you to choose from. And if you're confused on where to start, this is where you start. First is check the Erasmus Mundus catalog. I'll be posting the link right here below. In the catalog, there is a list of programs, and for every program, they have their own website. So do your own research, check whether your profile aligns well with your preferred programs, whether you meet the eligibility criteria, whether the subject interests you, and so on. Another question is, who can apply? Anyone can apply. Anyone from all around the world can apply. However, you should finish your bachelor's studies or are nearing the end, as long as you can provide your diploma, a diploma supplement, or a certificate that states that this is your expected graduation date, then that's all good. Another is, are there any age limit? There is no age limit in applying for any Erasmus Mundus program. I think that no one is ever too old or too young to learn. However, you will need to fulfill the selection criteria for the program that you are applying for. You don't have to have the perfect grades, fit in a certain age group, have stellar research or professional experiences, or have the perfect profile, because what the programs are looking for are well-rounded and holistic individuals. You know, you only miss the chances you don't take. If you don't click the apply button, then the answer will always be no. So just give it a try and submit the application. I'm rooting for you. Another one is, how can I apply? I actually made a separate video as to the step-by-step process wherein I walk through in details on how to apply. You can also check the link in the description box below if you have the time to check it out. But something to take note is, you are not going to apply to the university. You are simply going to apply to your preferred programs. That's why they have their own website, because in the program's website, they have their own application process, they have their own eligibility requirements, they have their own
requirements for the document, they have their own process. Like some programs have interviews, some don't require interviews. It really varies. So it's also very important to tailor your application according to your preferred programs, such as tailoring your CV and your letter of motivation, which are two important documents to provide. Okay, since we are now on the how questions, another question is, how many programs can I apply? Is there a limit? Before, in 2022 application, if I'm not mistaken, we were only limited to 3 programs. But the rules now have changed. It is officially confirmed that there are no limits for the amount of programs that every individual can apply. This is mainly because there were legal complications related to monitoring the number of applications per person, which resulted to the rule being cancelled. To know more about this, check the link in the description box, or I'll post the link here so that you'll get to know more about it. Okay, do I apply separately for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship? The answer is no. You only need to submit one application for your preferred program. Once you apply to your preferred program, as long as you are within the Erasmus Mundus deadline or application dates, then you are already considered for the scholarship. It's not a separate process, okay? But if you applied past the Erasmus Mundus deadline, then you are considered for the self-funding option. Now let's delve deeper to the when, or the timeline. Question is, when can I apply? When does the application open? And when does the application deadline? The application really varies in every program. That's why it's very important to check the catalog first, and once you have the list of your preferred programs already, check the website from time to time to get to know the application dates. Generally, application open the earliest around September and October, and then it closes around January and February, but still, it varies in every program. And if you can find the application details of your preferred program, you can always send an email to the program coordinator, or it's also best to reach out to alumni or current students in your preferred program to get to know more about the process and verify the information. If you have any questions or have doubts about the application process of your preferred programs, and if you have done your research already and still is confused, the best person to ask is always the program coordinator. Another question is, when do I receive the results? This also varies in every program, but it should be before June or July to give ample time to the selected students to process their visas, find an accommodation, and book their flights. Sometimes the results that you'll receive can be first, accepted with fully funded scholarship. Yay! Second is accepted with partial scholarship or conditional offer. That means some programs only covers the tuition fees and the rest you should shoulder it. And then it really depends on what the partial scholarship covers. And then third would be wait listed. So you need to wait until someone backs out or gives up their spot for you to get in the program. And then lastly is rejected. That's okay. As long as you tried and submit your application, rejections are always redirections, so it's okay. And then third is how many are awarded the scholarship. As much as I want to give a definite answer, it still depends on every program. But I can only speak based on my experience. In my program, it was work, organizational, and personal psychology. And during my academic year, which was around 2021 to 2023, there were about 20 of us who were awarded fully funded scholarships. And then another question is, how many years does the master's program cover? Usually, the master's program is 100 ECTS, which is around 24 months. Okay, another question. What is the difference between a program and a partner country? Basically, a program country is European countries and partner countries are non-European countries. Let me just take a screenshot here. Take a look if you belong in either program or partner country. And then question, what does the scholarship cover? It covers basically everything from your monthly allowance, living expenses, insurance, travel allowance as well. I posted another video about what the scholarship covers, the breakdown on what it covers, so you can go and check it out through the description box below. Okay, but one thing you need to know that newly awarded and open programs, I'm not exactly quite sure as to the year, but sometime around 2022 to 2023, the monthly allowance have increased. It was before it used to be 1,000 euros a month, but now it's 1,400 euros a month. Although they technically removed the travel insurance, which used to be 2,000 to 4,000 euros annually. But this is only applicable for newly opened programs. While for old programs, it remains the same. It's still 100,000. It's still 1,000 euros a month with the annual travel allowance, which costs around 2,000 to 4,000 euros. Okay, let's go to another question. Can I work while doing my Erasmus program? It's actually really challenging to balance work and then your academic career, but if you can, why not? But I don't recommend it at all. Any Erasmus program is really designed to be tedious and take so much of your time and energy, but it's all worth it in the end. So that's really a case-to-case basis. It really depends on you. If you have very good time management skills, why not go for it? But for me, it's really a no-no, a big no-no. And then, question, is there a return service to your home country? The answer is no. As long as you're under the Erasmus Mundus scholarship, no, you are not required to go back to your home country. You are not obliged to have a return service. But if you are under another funding program and you took up the Erasmus because through that funding program, then that would vary. Alright, since we're nearing the end of the video, I would just like to give some tips and some things to consider during your application process. So, first is start networking as early as now. You can always utilize LinkedIn, reach out to alumni, current students to get to know about their experiences about the program. Talk about the application process, their university life, the workload, or asked about what the application process is, such as, and if it has an interview, what are some of the things that you need to prepare, things like that, in order for you to get a grasp of the student life and for you to set some expectations as to your preferred programs. And then maybe second and last tip would be plan what you want to do after your master's program. I know you are probably here watching this video because you're still on the first step to your application, but one thing I wish I knew before starting even my program or the application process is to know if this is really something that I want to do and if this program really aligns to my future goals or future plans. So I wish I strategically planned where I see myself after the program. So it's very important that you consider the university as well as the country where your program is located. Some universities, especially those that are part of the top 100 universities around the world, or universities that are based in Netherlands or in Denmark, it actually has its own perks, especially for non-Europeans who are planning to stay in Europe after graduating from the program. because it's helpful, especially in terms of job searching, work opportunities, applying for visas, extending your residence permit, all that bureaucratic process. So it's best to plan ahead. So I think that's all from my end. I hope in one way or another this helped you answer some inquiries and questions. And if you have any further questions, please comment them down below. I'll be happy to answer them and maybe compile them and make another video in the future. So I wish you all the best and good luck with your application process, and I'm rooting for you. Bye.